Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another session of our office hours. Um, we will start. Hopefully, more people will join. In on today's office hours, as you can see on your screens, we will be talking about basement rooms, designing basement rooms. Basement rooms are very popular in America. They're not as popular in Europe as we basically don't have basements. We don't have basement rooms. We might have basements, but they're used for different stuff. But I know that in America that like nearly every house has a basement space, and usually they are used as a family spaces or as a game rooms, etc. So today we will be talking about how we can design them. Um, First, I will show you some ideas that I found on Pinterest that I really liked, and I can go through them and I will show you what I like about them, and also I will show you two different approaches to basement designs. So one will be like very dark and moody, and it will be more like a place where you can go in the evening, where you can relax, watch a movie with your family. And then the other ones, they will be more in a brighter colors. So like, a space that you can also use and like, feel like there is natural light coming in, even though basements, they usually lack windows. Sometimes they have like very small windows, as we can see here on this photo. But sometimes they don't have actually, any sources of a natural light. So yeah, so maybe I'll just start with sharing what I want to share with you, and we'll just go from there. Okay, I don't know what that is. And I don't know why can't I minimize it, but okay, I should have that. We will just open it and then I will move it. So, okay, so I have this here. Hopefully you will be able to see it. If not, then I'll just see which. Okay, so just let me share this screen now. Okay, so you should be able to see it now. So I will start from the beginning. And this is, so first we will start with more like dark and moody design, where we can actually design a space as like a movie theater room or something like that, where like what I mentioned before, we can actually sit down and we can dim the lights and turn on the movie and just like relax, or have multiple sources of lights, and also like read a book or play board games, but keep it in more like a moody, dark atmosphere. And actually, like I really like this approach to basement. If we have loads of um, living space upstairs, so on like on the first floor, and like and we actually don't need very bright light space in our basement, then I think this approach, when we can like go dark and moody, I think that's really nice. Like if for example we have loads of space and we only want to do like a kid space in a basement, then that's that's a different story. But sometimes we also might do it only to being it used by adults. Then like we can do a bar, we can do like a poker table or a pool table, things like that. And then we can also keep it more like, dark and moody. So we just have to know the first thing that we need to know is like what the client is expecting from us to actually um, fit inside of the basement, like, what kind of mood they want to go for. And the first of all, what will be the purpose of the basement space? If it's like, totally family orientated, like, then the age of the kids, because of course, like, different ages of the kids, then we will have like different spaces. So like we don't need, if we have like more teenagers, we don't need any playing areas like, with toys, etc. I think pool table will be a better idea, or like, anything with like a chessboard or any board games, of course, movies. So like, a big screen, things like that. Like on this here, it's more like an adult space, because we can see that we have like a bar and a wine cellar here. And I love the selection of wood and the lights in the open shelving. So that's very calming atmosphere, very relaxing. So you can really like, go there in the evening and just chill out. So this is another one with the dark one. This one is more kids orientated. And as you can see, we have a climbing wall here, and we can actually create a climbing wall in Foyr. I've designed one kids room with a climbing wall. So there's we can do that. I can even show you when we will be designing the basement in Foyr. But here, as you can see, it's more sport orientated, and we also have swings, even pool table, large sofa. Usually basements, they're spacious, because they will be usually this the size of entire ground floor, first floor, whatever, that we have in the house. So and sometimes they're quite open. They might have like, some pillars or whatever, but they're usually not compartmentalized. Like, we don't have like three or four different rooms. If we want to do that, then of course we can like, always put like a partition walls, and like, create maybe more zones. It all depends how big the basement is and what is the what are our client requirements. So like, we always have to start with that. So then I have this is another one, more elegant. We have a pool table here, bar area, very popular for basements. And again, TV corner with a large sofa. This one is dark one as well. Here we even have like a small kitchenette in the back. So that's cool also. And here we have a lighter space. So first of all, very important, if we want to go for more brighter look, we have to use light color paints. So white or very, very light gray or beige or things like that. But like, we want to bring the light in, especially if we don't have any natural light coming in. And of course, like, sometimes we'll be using it more in the evening, but we still want to feel like it's, nice, bright and open. So recessed lights, they are the most popular for basements. As we know, the basements, they are not as high as our usual floors, so they will be lower. The ceiling space will be lower. So we need lights that actually stick on the ceiling. So like, they don't take any additional space, as we don't have that space. Also, we have to remember about adding floor lamps, table lamps. I have more examples here. Like for example, here, this one is pretty much designed as a games room. So like, we need different lights to accommodate different task zones. So like for example here, like there are hanging lights, but they are above a table. It can be used as a pool table, and then, as you might know about it before, like, we can buy pool tables that actually have another countertop on them. So like, the countertop is removable, and then underneath you have a pool table, and they're actually great for smaller spaces, or like if we want to have like multi-use of that space. So like it can be used for playing other games, and then it can be also used to play the pool table. So here, for example, we can have a lower light because like they will highlight only that area. And then if we, for example, have a corner here to play some board games or chess, and also another one here, that we have to remember to have additional sources of light for each zone. So either have a small side table and have a table lamp or a floor lamp, just like, just to remember about it, because we're very limited when it comes to natural light here. Here there's this example here is basically very sport related. So we even have like a basketball area here. Then we have a large pool table and of course TV, large sofa. And basements, they're also a great space to like get, like if we're doing sports and we have loads of medals and things like that, they're actually very good space to have a space for that and have them on display. So yeah, or like collecting basketballs like in this space here, so we can actually put them into view, we can display them. So like a basement can be a good idea to accommodate like an open shelves as well. So now we can go to the project and we can start designing space. If you have any ideas or any requests that you want me to show you, what can we put inside of our basement, then please share them, because like this session is for you. So like I don't want you to watch me designing a basement, just like me designing a basement. I want you to um, tell me what you would actually like to see. So is that this one here? Okay, let me open the project and I'll just see. Okay, so you have this screen here. Um, so I have questions here. So just let me go. On Marta, unfortunately, the UK, they have multiple rooms and stairs in the middle. Um, yeah, when like when they have in UK the basements, being honest, like I was never in a house in UK that had a basement. But yeah, if they have like a multiple rooms and stairs in the middle, then you can either use it and like design each rooms and maybe like have different spaces there, like they won't work as an open family space, or you can try to open as many rooms as possible and just like leave the stairs in the middle, because like sometimes in America they also have stairs. They're like not always on the side. So yeah, so like we can try and open as many walls as we can and then try to create maybe like a different zones around the stairs. So like it is doable. We just have to know from like a building contractor to first if we can remove any of the walls before we start designing basement space. Donna, how did you get the stairs to look like they're going to the upper level? What carpet texture did you use? They are not designs. These are just inspirations from Pinterest, but to have the stairs going up and actually, so they actually look like they're going up and you have a space above. I will show you an example. It takes a bit of time, so I will show you how I did it. So you know how you can do it for your basement space. So just let me open this one here. And I will show you how that can be done. So yeah, just let me, okay. So I'll go to 3D just to show you. So we have this space here. So first, you will create. So first you will create your basement area and you will put the stairs where you want them to be. Then we will switch back to 2D and we have to bring walls, they are around the stairs, um, up. So we actually have the idea that your stairs are going up and there's a wall by the stairs. So first thing I will do, I will click on this wall here. I will go to edit, I will go to partial wall, and I will bring this wall a bit further. So like, it will be higher. And I can do the same, let's say with this wall, which wall will be visible? I'd say this one. So I'll do it with this wall. Again, remember to go with partial wall. And then we can also do this wall because this wall will be visible in our first floor, not the one from the bathroom, because otherwise we won't be able to actually walk up the stairs on any ground level. So again, a partial wall, and let's go with 5 meters. Now I will switch back to 3D again. So okay, why do I don't have the changes? Oh, okay, because we can do them higher. Um, yeah, so we first have to, sorry, I forgot about it. So let me do it this way. I'll just click on the room and then we will go and we will do 5 meters in this room. Now I will go and check. Okay, so we have this one here. Okay, I should have this wall should be up as well. So let's go with this one. So first we will bring all the walls up to the highest point, and then we will have to bring the rest of the walls down. You can also use the create new product tool and just create the wall that goes up, if that will be easier. But you can do it this way, that bring all the walls to 5 meters first, and then lower down the ones that you need. Then what you have to do in 3D, we have to create um, with the create new product tool, we have to create our floor. So like the second floor, where we actually will have an opening and we will see that we're going up. So like I will just put it in place and I will show you how that looks in 3D. And then I will show you how I actually did that. So if I will go to 3D now, as you can see, I have my ceiling space here. I have my lamps on the ceiling, and then there's yeah, it should be wall here. I don't know why is it not working. I clicked on full wall, 5 meters. Hmm, okay. Variable height. So we'll do same as floor plan. It should be working now. So I will put it here. And I've also added like a small wall here. So so there's nothing visible on the other side. And as you can see, when you're coming in, there's you have your wall and you can actually say that you're going up. So how I did that is with the create new product tool. Okay, we have another wall that it's so in 3D, we will go with the reset. And first, we will go with the create new product tool, create yourself, and rectangle. That some of you might know how that is done. Some of you might not, but that's very actually useful for especially basements where like, where you have the stairs, they have to like, go to the upper level. So what I will do, I will trace over this area here. So this will be my additional ceiling space. So I will give it some depth so I can actually move it and it will become like a 3D shape. So I'll bring it up, let's say 0.1. And now I will bring it up a bit. So I will click on done. I will click on it, go with the free movement and just bring it slightly up so I can actually see where my stairs are going. Like we don't need a full opening, but like you have to remember that it looks realistically. So like, whatever you walk in, you don't hit your head on the ceiling. So the opening have to be big enough so you can actually climb up the stairs. So now what I will do, I will go with the modify. I will turn on the environment, so that's very important as well. And now with the rectangle tool, I will trace over my opening. So let's say that we will have something like that here. And now push and pull, and I will remove this part so it should disappear. Now done, we will bring it up. So like it needs to be on the level of your first floor. So it will be your ceiling and then it will be your existing floor for your another let's say for a first floor or a ground floor. We can go with modify and we can open it up just a bit more so we can see the railing. Okay, something like that. Now I will bring this side in because like, we need a landing. So I will just close it so it is closed with the stairs. So like it's ending wherever my stairs are beginning. Can put it even a bit further up. And now what I did, I just built a wall here because I had like wardrobes or something like that, like, but you don't have to do it. You can leave it open. I will just try and close that just a bit more. So like when you have your environment on, then you can actually see how far off you are from the stairs, and you can go on the side. Just remember to use whichever side you need. So like, that side needs to be highlighted, and then you can work with the push and pull and create it as big or as small opening as you need. Now when we click on done, now you have the effect that when you're coming in, you actually see that you can go up, and then you can place your lights on this area here, and then you can place your flooring on this area here. So then I think I have another one that it's actually upstairs, and you will see where the stairs are going, because I did separately the ground floor and then the first floor. So like, so I could do walkthrough if I want to. So first I created downstairs, then I cloned the project, so I knew where the stairs are, and then I removed the stairs and well, I actually left the stairs here, but like if you only want to do your first floor, then you can like, remove them if they don't have to show. But I want them to be visible. So like, you can actually see that you can go down. So we have something like that, like this space is closed, but you can open it up and add. So I added this shape here, basically. And if you will click, I had them visible. I just need to do like an opening in the shape. But like you're able to create again, go and punch it. And now you have the stairs visible. So like I created that with the create new product tool, just like a rectangle. I did offset it and removed the middle, and then I just with the free movement I brought that down and just clicked on punch to create an opening for the stairs. So like if you have your upstairs, it actually looks like the stairs are going down. So you can do, you know, the first way as I did it for downstairs. So you actually have to bring your walls up and then create your additional ceiling space and cut out the area for your stairs so you can actually see your stairs up. And then for your first floor, you can like, you know, create just like an additional space here so it only looks from the top like the stairs are going down. Do any of you have any questions regarding that, how that was created, or like, you know, if everything is clear? I hope everything is clear. So now we can go and try to build something in the basement. And I will also go to the catalog and I will show you the climbing things that you can like, you know, create like a climbing wall. That's on load for some reason, so maybe I'll just create a new one. We always have to know what we'll be doing, you know, with the space. First of all, like, you know, if the space, if the basement is more open or if it's more enclosed, like Martha said, like, you know, in UK, for example, that like, you know, that they had like separate rooms actually, and then a stairs in the middle. So like it all depends. Like, you know, here we're more talking about like a more open basement where we can actually create like a nice family space. And these are like, you know, usually the ones in like, you know, bigger houses that I'm sure like majority of you will be working with. And sometimes they also have like additional rooms if they have any small windows, like, you know, with a natural light. I know that they just like, you know, use them as additional bedrooms, or like, you know, they even might have like a kitchenette there. But let's say that, like, you know, for today, we will be just talking about more like an open space and like, you know, go around this. So I think that the most important is to figure out, let's say, how many zones you want to have and what kind of zones you want to have in your basement. So for example, if like, you know, if you want to have any um boarding games areas, or if you want to put a pool table, or if you want to put a bar. So these are the things that we have to consider first. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. I hope that was clear and you know how to do it now. Um, you know, so like, so we have to know what we're doing first. Um, First of all, when you will draw your basement layout, you have to go to your wall edits and change the height, because like, you know, height will be um pretty much the same height as you like, you know, have in a house, and the basements are usually lower. So like we have to lower it down a bit. And you can either plan your lighting straight away if that's an open space and like, you know, you want to have like a central lighting more on the sides, and then maybe like, you know, create something more in the middle, and then work with additional lighting like a floor light, floor lamps, and desk lamps, but like, you know, space out your ceiling lights accordingly to a ceiling space, not actually, you know, the zoning that you will have downstairs. So then that all depends what you want to do with that as well. As we could see on most of the inspirations that I showed you, it's like the lights, they are spaced out throughout the ceiling space. So like, because they are recessed lights or track lights, they won't be focused more on like, zones. So like we would like to have them to cover majority of our ceiling space. So like, so they're distributed nicely, and we have lots of light in like, everywhere in our basement, like, and then we can create more um area orientated lighting, like, whatever, we will have different zones, but for that we will use floor lamps, table lamps, as I mentioned before. So if we'll go to catalog, like we don't have like, there is no category like only basement related, but you can like, for example, type in sport, and you can see what's in there. Because like, we can also add like a gym area if we want to. Like we have like a wall mounted football here, so if you would like to do like a display wall or something like that, like we have balls, so like you can use them there as well. Also some boarding games, so you can see what's in there. You can add them into your shortlist, so you can refer to them at a later stage. When it comes to the basketball hoop, um, like we can use it if the kids really enjoying it, and like, put it somewhere and then create maybe like a nice wall behind it. So like, like a cover the wall with something that it's more durable than just the paint. Like, of course, it won't be on the height that it should be, so it will be more like, just for having fun. But that is doable. Also, but I will choose this kind of basketball hoop, like, the wall mounted ones. Then we also have like a pool tennis tables. So as you can see, there's a lot to choose from. So you can actually create like a pretty nice playing areas, and like a gym areas. Also, we have like a giant chess game if you have space for that. Foosball table, I think that's like, we always find a space to put that somewhere in our basement. So yes, or we have a punching bag, and also climbing cargo net. I've used this one as well for a climbing wall. And I think we can type in like climbing, and then we should have the like a climbing rocks. Because I definitely, yes, so that's this one, and I've used this one before. Then when it comes to lighting, we can use recessed lights or track lights. And then we can, like, if you have all the products chosen, then we can start planning our spaces. If, for example, you will have something like that here, like we can say that either the stairs are coming down here, or there is actually like a nook over here, then we can also create some storage area, or maybe like a gaming area. If, like, if we will have a TV on a different wall, then we can do like a gaming nook in this area here. So yes, as I've mentioned, like, we just have to know what we will be doing with the space. If you want, we can start with placing the stairs somewhere. So we will start with stairs. It's good if we have, just regular straight stairs coming down. And being honest, usually they are like, if they're using like a spiral stairs, they're more on the ground level going up, like, so they're like visible and all. But usually for basements, like we use just like a straight stairs, and they're actually easier to design around as well. So let's say that we have stairs. If you want, we can put them in the middle. So like, it will be just a bit more complicated. It won't be as easy. I think this one's there with the, okay, we don't need that for our stairs. Or we can even do, I would like to have railings. I don't think if we have like stairs that has railings on both sides, so like we can add like a one maybe wall on one side that we have like some kind of a partition. Okay, let me check this one here. Okay, so this one has actually like a wall on one side. Okay, we don't want that. Free movement. Okay, so let's say that we'll use these stairs here. If you want to create that feeling like that they're going into upper space, then in this area here we don't have to bring the walls up. We can just create maybe just with the create new product tool like a ceiling space and then the opening, and just like just have an idea that it's going up, especially like if you have to show that to your clients that there is like an upper space. So like you can do it the way that I showed you that I did for downstairs, so you can use the create new product to do it. So now, yeah, so first we will just space out the stairs somewhere, maybe here more in the middle. And now on these both sides, let me reset. So the stairs are here. We can focus on like a bigger area to be over here. And then maybe we can try to create more like nooks for maybe boarding games, or put like a pool table on this side of the stairs. Like sometimes the stairs there will be like in a awkward position. So like we need to work around them if they're only on the side. So for example, if they would be over here, that will be way better for us, and like for designing the space. But sometimes like they might be in the middle, and they just might be in our way, and we have to work around them. Just let me go back, and I will just make it a bit longer, because that's a bit small for a basement space. Okay, so we can either start with the flooring, or we can start with the layouts, and then we can like go and change in textures and all. Again, when it comes to textures, you have to decide if you want to go for nice and bright, or if you want to go for dark and moody, or maybe something in between, like maybe do like an area with a darker colors and textures, and then like the rest of it in a lighter. But we have to decide that like before we start choosing the furniture and all, because we might choose different style furniture. Like they might be like for darker moody spaces, we might go with like like a really one big sofa, and then like a huge TV on a wall, and make it all more like relaxation zone, just for watching movies, playing Xbox or whatever. So yeah, so that's very important what we want to fit within the space. So first I will start with the big sofa. I think I will go for the moody basement. So let's go with the corner sofa first, and that will be my like biggest zone in the room, and then I will see how much space I have left, and I will see what else I can design around it. Actually, like U-shaped sofa would be nice, because it will accommodate more people, and they look actually nice in basement areas. Okay, let's take this one for now. Like we'll resize it. Um, so it is quite spacious and deep. And let's say that we'll put it here. Then we can add maybe some open shelves and a large TV on this side. Then for this area here, I would go with, let's say, either a table with some chairs for example, playing poker or any other board games, or we can do two armchairs and then or three even armchairs and then like a table in between. Maybe that will be like more comfy. So let's go with armchair, like a nice armchairs matching our sofa, but we'll get the ones that look really nice and comfy. It's like now I'm like, I'm designing it now from scratch, but usually what I do, I will always search for products that I would like to use in the space and I will shortlist them. And then I start to design in my space. I feel like it takes a bit less time because like I've already chosen the products and then I just know what I'm doing with them, and whatever I'm choosing them, then like I have another idea. Okay, so I will find this kind of table because it will match the chairs, etc., etc. Where like now when I'm trying to search for them, at the moment here is just like I don't like, let's say that none of them fits my idea. I think I will just like choose one of the arm terms and we will just start working with it. I'm just doing it just to like, give you the idea what we can actually, create within the spaces. So then we can clone it and we can add another one. We can resize it and like, make them a bit bigger as well. So we can have two or even four armchairs. It's loads of space here. So I think we can even do four. And then we can place like a nice either round or a square table in the middle. So now let's go coffee table. I think it will match the space more because like the usually the large sofas they will be lower. So like if we would go with like a dining table and a chairs, it might like it will be like a bit higher. So I think keeping it on the same level might be a good idea, and it might like the space might feel lighter and a bit more spacious. So let's say that we'll go with like a round table in the middle. And then we could, if we would do like let's say open shelves and then a TV, then I think I would actually do it on the full wall here. So like I would use the same texture on this wall here, make it like a quite a focal point and interesting wall with display shelves. And I will put like a large TV over here, and then I will just leave like an open shelves here, maybe some closed cabinets from the bottom where we can like, hide some board games or whatever we need. But I will also leave loads of open space. So like, you can add some items on display there. So as you can see, like we have plenty of space to accommodate that here. And we'll see if we have enough space to put maybe a pool table there. If not a pool table, then we can try to put, okay, we have more space here. So I think a pool table would be okay here. It should look nice. Also, if you would like to have like a bar area, then to not hide it in this nook here. So here, for example, like we could do some like different zone or like add maybe the football table or do the climbing wall somewhere here, and like maybe mats on the floor, so like make a use of this space. But if you would like to add, for example, let's say um bar area, then we can either do it on this wall here. So like we can move this set a bit and do like a small bar area here, or we can actually accommodate it within this wall. So do TV wall here with an open shelving. We could also like, go this area if we want to, like maybe with some open shelves above our couch. And then we could continue with the same texture and create like a bar area over here, and then maybe like a wine display on this wall here. So as you can see, I'm sure that you have the same, that when you start working, then the more ideas are going like to mind. Yeah, so like if you have them, then try out as many ideas as you like. But first of all, we have to have a brief, we have to know what we are doing in the space, and then like it your work will be way better, and you will be way more productive when you if you know like what you're doing. When it comes to lighting, I will just quickly come back to the lights. So like if I will have this area here and this area here, for example, if I will know that I will like stick with this area, then we can actually try and maybe do like a pendant light, going a bit down above our table for board games, and like just to remember to have like a separate switch for it, and dimmable lights. They're a very good idea for basements. I think they're actually a must, because you can like play with the atmosphere and with the moods in the space. So we could do that. We could also add a floor lamp if we want to, and here around our sofa, like we could do a light behind the TV, or if we'll have any open shelf, so we can add like a LED lights over there. But we can also add like a small side table with again with a table lamp, or maybe add a floor lamp from this side. So like we can also use that area for reading, etc. When it comes to spacing lights all over your ceiling, then the best idea is to switch to 2D plan and ceiling plan mode. Um, Usually when we go to ceiling plan mode, we cannot see like whatever is on our floor level, like the furniture and all. So what you can do first, and I think I've said about it before as well, is to use your ruler tool and outline whatever, like for example, if I would actually want to have my lights going here, exactly here, because like I have my sofa here and I will have a TV there, and I want to have like track of lights over here, then what you can do, you can just go with the ruler, outline the position, let's say that I want them to be here, and draw a line. And now when you will switch to ceiling plan mode, your ruler lines will be, they are all visible. So now you can space out your lights, and you can do that all over. You can also space out, like use the ruler to space out the light above this table, above pool table, if you would like to have any seeing like a pendant light above our pool table. You can all do that with the ruler tool. So that's something that I'm using very often if I want to space my lights, like if I want them to be exactly what I want them to be. Yeah, so this is quite useful. And then you can just switch to ceiling plan mode and space them out. You can also space them, like let's say from let's say here, and if you want them to be, I don't know, like a meter, and then another one. So like you can draw as many rulers as you want and simply space your lights. We have only 5 minutes left, so do you have any questions? So I feel like I'm talking and talking and talking, and I would like to know if you have any questions regarding this session. So please type in if you have any, and I will try to click to quickly answer them. So everything has been very clear. Thank you. That's great. You're very welcome. No questions at all. And do you, Marta? Thank you. No questions. You're welcome, Marta. And if you always, if you have any topics that you want us to cover, you can also type them in here, and we always go through them and then try to do a session about them as well, especially if there is loads requests. So quickly, if you have anything that you would like us to cover, then you can just type them in a chat and we will try to cover them. No topics, no questions. Okay, so we will see you next week. We will prepare another topic that hopefully will be interesting and informative for you. Yeah, so I wish you a nice rest of the day and a lovely weekend ahead. And again, thank you for being here with us on another session.